is one of a string of decisions that are anti-democratic, that try to give money a larger role than votes. And I want to tell you what we can do while we're waiting to get a better Supreme Court that is going to overturn these rulings and give the country really back to the people. We actually don't have to wait for that, because we can take it back. Because in the end, what is all this money spent on? It's spent on trying to buy votes. And if we don't sell our votes, they can't buy our votes. And that's not just us. We have to spread that message to everyone we know. How important it is to come out to vote, to not just to listen to what you hear on TV, but to get information about candidates. And that's one of the things my office is working very hard to do, to figure out how to get that information out there. But I also want to tell you something from my own experience, which is that I ran against a 36-year incumbent. I defeated a 36-year incumbent who had the support of the party. And one of the reasons I was able to do that was that this office that I'm in has very few contracts to give out. So it's not an office where industries spend a lot of money donating to candidates. So this is an office where someone whose motivation is to defend democracy, whose motivation is truly to represent the people, this is an office that I can get and I can hold without fear of huge money coming in against me. And you can't say that about a lot of other offices. City council, their mayor, there are lots of money, there's lots of contracts going out, there are lots of decisions affecting corporations. And in the state senate, there are lots of decisions made that affect corporations, so there's tons of corporate money going into those races. So I would ask all of you, please, first of all, come out and vote on May 20th, and get your friends and family to come out and vote on May 20th, and get educated. And if you see something on TV, an ad, don't believe it. Think about it. Maybe it's true, maybe it's not. Well, yeah, unless it's Senator Leach's ad, in which case think about it 3 times. So I'd like to introduce Senator Daylin Leach. Here you go.
Thank you, everybody. Hi, everybody.
Hello, Daylin.
I just want to say, I follow the Supreme Court very closely. I went to law school. I taught constitutional law. I named my firstborn child after my favorite Supreme Court justice, Baby Scalia. Very cute kid. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, my God.
That's Brennan. Okay, and I will tell you that Citizens United was the worst decision of the last 100 years. And today, we had Son of Citizens United, an expansion of what Citizens United did, which was this. It took away the fundamental belief that we've had since the time of our founders, that democracy belongs to all of us, that we all have an equal say, that according to the Declaration of Independence, all of us are created equal, that according to the Constitution, we all have an equal right, one person, one vote. It's all supposed to be equal, but it's not equal anymore. It's more like an Orwellian form of equal. Remember George Orwell? He said, we're all equal, but some of us are more equal than others. So, we are all equal. We all have the same right under today's decision to spend millions of dollars on federal political campaigns. Any one of us can do it. No one can stop us. The only problem is that not having the money part. If you don't have the money, you can't participate in this. You are not part of this form of democracy. And it's soon going to be the case that no one is going to be able to get elected in this country in any competitive seat unless they have the blessing of corporate America. And what kind of policies are we going to have if only people who are willing to toady up to the corporate world are the people who get funded to get elected? And on issue after issue, we see our right to vote being taken away. Whether it's Citizens United or McCutcheon, whether it's voter suppression, whether it's gerrymandering, whatever it is, they're making it there. And I'm in the room when these things happen. They are laughing at you. If you vote the wrong way or you cause a problem in an election, they just move you in their district where you'll never matter again. Or else they suppress your vote. They cancel early voting in some states when African Americans tend to vote in more numbers. We have no early voting in Pennsylvania. We have the worst gerrymandering in the country. And now with this decision, we just drip more money, huge gobs of money, into the political process. And how much confidence, you know, even if our politicians aren't bought off with all of this money,
I'll get it later.
it just looks like we are. You know, even if you take a position sincerely, people are like, yeah, you took that position because you got thousands and tens of thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars from this interest. That's why you voted with them. Even if you really believe it, it undermines confidence in the system. This is horribly corrosive, horribly destructive. I'm going to be honest with you. There's only one way to stop this. And that's, we've got to reverse this. There are two ways to reverse that. One is a constitutional amendment. That's not going to happen in the short term. Because I'm telling you, I wish I had more faith in humanity, but the Republican Party is not going to support a constitutional amendment that undermines what is in effect a gift to them. Okay? So the only thing is, we have to keep electing presidents who will appoint justices. We are one justice away from having a different set of rules that allow for average people and poor people to participate in our democracy. And we have to keep electing people who will appoint justices like that. I don't care what their name is. There are a variety of people you can choose from, but that's what you've got to be looking for. This has got to be the issue you vote on. Because these issues about democracy, they're what everything else flows from. You don't like our environmental policies, you got to fix our political system. You don't like our educational policies, you got to fix our democracy. You don't like what we're doing with LGBT rights or with civil rights or with women's rights, you got to fix our political system. So that should be your number one issue that you vote on, that you organize on, and that you fund going forward. So we've got to go out today. It's great to come to a protest, but that's not enough. People ask me how we change policies. There's a three-word answer, and there's only one three-word answer. Win more elections. Okay? So you've got to go out there, and you've got to win those elections, and make sure that we appoint people who believe in a democracy that everyone can be part of. So thank you very much for being here. Get to work.